Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's the late hours of April 11th, 2017, and I know I'm making a lot of these, but so many things are happening, and again, I just feel like I should at least cover a little bit of it. I had a lot of people on Twitter complain about the fact that we have been on Trump and Sessions so much about the lack of progress on the investigation of the pedophile networks, the Clinton problem, all of the leftist Marxists in the government that are mutinying against Trump and the Constitution and all that, and saying, you know, come on, give them time and all that. And I want to reply to that, because that's the problem. Complacency and not voicing to these government officials, including the president and the AG, etc., is what our problem always is that we lay back and we're complacent. We give them time. We think these things should take some, well, I agree that you need to give them some time, but by now we should have seen some action occurring. That's why I brought up the thing about the drug enforcement on Sessions. He wants to go after that. That's not a priority at this point. That problem's been there. It's going to be there. He's not going to solve that. He needs to clean out the government. And those things need to be happening right away. We should be hearing about investigations, about possible indictments coming, something, about that. And I'll offer this as my evidence. George Webb has all kinds of information on all of this. If he, a lone investigator, can find out these things, certainly Sessions can force the FBI to give that information to him. He can open up better communications with NYPD, the other agencies around the country that are doing these pedophile investigations, looking into the WikiLeaks stuff, all of that. So no, I don't buy the fact that it's going to take a long time. They've had time now to get their feet on the ground, and they should be progressing towards getting these people in government, especially, who are guilty, and I'll just say it that way, of all of these crimes and treasons. And I'm going to say it, including Comey. What came out today? Yeah, the FBI was surveilling Trump. Really? Oh, that's interesting. And they're going to say because they had probable cause. No, they didn't. It was, you got to believe Laurie Mensch in Britain. Nobody there even respects her, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the first thing. They need to get on track with that. This evening I've heard, and I've done a little bit of checking. By the way, I did put on a shirt and a tie. I don't do this all the time, but I'm trying to show a little respect to the people that are willing to come and listen to this. I heard tonight, and I've seen it all over, that Trump has said, and I have the Twitter things that he's put out, the tweets, that they're not going to invade Syria. Now, the problem is that we're still hearing from Mattis and some other people some other things. People in government don't like to lose face. But sometimes it's just tough luck. You deserve to lose face when you do stupid-ass things, okay? And you should be called out on it. And I brought up the situation I had in Twilla Army Depot when we had a bomb hoax, and the commander of the depot tried to go after the contractor for an entire 8 hours when legitimately he should have only gone after 2. And I ended up being subpoenaed in court, and the judge said I was embarrassing the government. Tough luck. Tough luck. They deserve to be embarrassed when they do stupid things, criminal things, wrong things. So what am I saying? Get your act together, guys. Get on the same sheet of music and decide what you're doing. And it better not be the wrong thing. Okay? Then, on top of that, I also said in my last video about China not being intimidated by Trump that they weren't intimidated, that the whole thing there in Syria isn't what got China behind Trump, because they're really not. Okay, the Chinese president had gone to Davos and promised to get Trump in line with the New World Order. So everybody laughed when I said that and said, no, Trump's too tough. Well, here it is. And I put this on Twitter just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to read you the tweet that President Trump put out about this. Okay, this is what he says. And the screenshot is right here. Let me show it to you. Okay, so you see that. And I'm going to read it. Okay, it says, I explained to the President of China that a trade deal with the U.S. will be far better for them if they solve the North Korean problem. I said that he gave up something to the Chinese. He's been talking tough against the Chinese, how he's going to, you know, make them pay and all these different taxes and the import tariffs and all this. No, he gave something up to the New World Order, to the Chinese, in order to get this thing to go away with North Korea. That's not guaranteeing that it will. We're still going to have to watch this. Kim Jong-un is nuts. And so we really don't know what's going to happen there, how much influence the Chinese will really have. But at any rate, that's another story, and we'll just have to keep watching that. Sorry I'm stumbling around a little bit. Dry mouth. It's been a long day, so I apologize, but I wanted to make these things a little more crystal clear. Again, Trump did give something up to the Chinese in order to get them to back off of their stance, and they weren't intimidated by the Syria attack at all. So there we are. Okay, another little thing here, I'm not going to put up the little advertisement, I just want to make sure I mention it always, and that because this pedophilia thing is so important, as I said at the beginning of this, please go to Craig Sawyer's, he's a former Navy SEAL, go to his website, vetsforchildrescue.org, and also to another website, opdeepstate.com, and see where you can add your assistance to anything that can be done by you there. Donations, information, sending the information to lawmakers, police, etc. Okay, that's enough for tonight. It's really late.